So students, we are going to move to example number 1 for our piping network and piping systems. Okay, so example number 1 states that a piping system delivers water at 25 degrees centigrade from a tank 1 to tank 2. The system consists of a 45 degree bend. Okay, so we've got 1 and then we've got 2. So we've got two 45 degree bends, a sharp entrance. So this is a sharp entrance and a sharp exit. So this part is sharp exit. The diameter of the stainless steel pipe, so given that the material is stainless steel, is 2 centimeters. So water is at 25 degrees centigrade. Okay, so using table A12 I can find out the properties of water, and the properties of water using the table comes out to be density is equals to 997 kilogram per meter cube, and dynamic viscosity is 0.891 into 10 exponent minus 3 kilogram per meter second. The system consists of a 45 degree bend. Okay, the diameter of the pipe is 2 centimeter, so this comes out to be 0.02 meters. The length of this piping system is 55 meters. Determine this height. So they are asking us to determine this height h. H is something which is unknown. If the flow rate is, so Q is equals to 83.3 liters per minute. So this is the given data. Now for solving piping systems, it is important to make the assumptions. Okay, so assumptions are that we have conservation of mass. Okay, so conservation of mass is present, and then the second assumption is that the pressure drop is basically between two junctions is same. So between these two junctions pressure drop is same between two junction at any path. Okay, so this is the given data. So the first thing that we need to do is find what kind of flow is this, whether it is laminar or turbulent. Okay, so for that we need to calculate the velocity and Reynolds number. So to calculate the velocity we are going to use the flow rate. So let's start the solution. So flow rate given Q is equals to area into velocity. So this implies the velocity is equals to 83.3 whole divided by 60,000, and this is whole divided by the area just pi into 0.01 whole square. So my velocity average comes out to be 4.42 meter per second. So now let's calculate Reynolds number. So for calculating Reynolds number, we add another slide. Reynolds number Re is equals to rho V d over mu. So the density is 997 multiplied by 4.42 is the velocity which we have just calculated, multiplied by the pipe diameter which is 0.02 whole divided by the dynamic viscosity 0.891 into 10 exponent minus 3. So my Reynolds numbers Re comes out to be 98916. Now this is definitely more than 4000, so my flow is turbulent. Now that I know my flow is turbulent, we need to consider the Darcy friction factor using Colebrook equation. So we need to calculate the head loss using turbulent formulas. So let's move back and see what is the material. The material given is stainless steel. So using table 8.12, the roughness of steel comes out to be 0.002. So epsilon is given as 0.002. So I need to calculate the epsilon to diameter ratio. Okay, so EOD ratio comes out to be 0.0001. So this is my EOD ratio. Now I need to apply Colebrook equation. So to apply Colebrook equation, let's start it. So friction factor F is equals to minus 1.8 log Now 6.9 divided by Reynolds number. So my Reynolds number is 98916 plus the ratio E over D. So E over D ratio was 0.0001 whole divided by 3.7. This is to be the power 1.11, and then this whole system is basically I will make it a curly bracket. This whole system is basically x minus 2. So calculating friction factors comes out to be 0.018. Now we know the friction factor, we need to calculate the losses. So total losses, HL total, is equals to HL major plus HL minor. This friction factor was for major loss of the piping system. Okay, so I'm going to calculate the major HL first. So HL major, head loss major, is equals to F into L over T V average square over 2G. So my friction factor is 0.018 multiplied by the length is 55 meters divided by diameter is 0.02 meters whole multiplied by 4.42. This is the velocity which we calculated using flow rate multiplied by 2 into 9.81 is the gravity. So my HL comes out to be 49.29 meter, equivalent to height of H2O. So this is my HL major. Now I need to calculate HL minor. So HL minor formula is equals to summation of all the small fittings whole multiplied by V square average whole divided by 2G. So I need to find the number of fittings that I have. Okay, so to find out the number of fittings we need to go back to the diagram. So let's go back to the diagram. So I have got one sharp end and entrance, then I've got one 45-degree bend, then I've got another 45-degree bend, and then I've got a sharp exit. So I've got 4 minor components. So let's move and see what are those 4. So I've got one 45-degree elbow. Okay, I've got 2 of them. So my KL is basically 2 times the KL due to this elbow, plus I have got one entrance and one exit. So KL entrance plus KL exit. Okay, now KL for thread elbow is 0.4. So KL is equals to 2 into 0.4 plus KL entrance. So for entrance I'm going to refer to this table, pipe inlet sharp edged. Okay, so sharp edge pipe inlet KL is 0.5. So plus 0.5 plus exit, sharp edged exit. So for sharp edged exit, KL is equals to alpha, and alpha is 1 for turbulent and 2 for laminar. Since my flow is turbulent, so KL is equals to 1 for turbulent flow. So for exit, sharp exit, KL is equals to 1. So this is my KL. Okay, so now I'm going to put it in my equation and calculate KL. Calculate HL minor. So HL minor is equals to summation of all KLs V square over 2G. So summation of all KL is 0.5 plus 2 into 0.4 plus 1 multiplied by 4.42 square over divided by 2 into 9.81. So my HL minor comes out to be 2.29 meters. So HL total is equals to HL major plus HL minor. So HL major is 49.29 plus HL minor is 2.29. So the total comes out to be 51.58 meters. So this is my total head loss. Now in the question they are asking what is this height. They want to know the height of the tank which is below tank number 1, the height of tank number 2. So we are going to use the modified Bernoulli equation. Okay, so first we need to know what are the conditions of Bernoulli equation. So let's write Bernoulli equation first. So for Bernoulli equation we have modified Bernoulli equation P1 over rho G plus V1 square over 2G plus Z1 is equals to P2 over rho G plus V2 square over 2G plus Z2 plus HL total. This was our modified Bernoulli equation, right? Now let's move back and see this system. So point number 2 and point number 1. Point 2 and point number are at atmospheric pressure. Okay, so they are equal. It means they are going to cancel each other out. If we use the gauge, then the gauge is 0. And so the P1 is equals to P2 is equals to 0. Now let's take a look at the velocity. V1, velocity 1 and velocity 2, we are assuming in this numerical that the tanks are very large. So when the tanks are very large, what happens is that the velocity approaches to 0 because the level increases or decreases very slowly. That is why V1 and V2 become 0 as well. Now let's take a look at the Z. So this is our reference point. So let's say that this is 0 height, okay, and this is Z2, this is equals to H, okay. So my Z1 comes out to be 0 because it is reference, and Z2 is basically equals to the height that I want to know. So let's move to the Bernoulli equation. So P1 and P2 will cancel each other out, they're equal, and at atmospheric pressure V1 is close to 0 because the tank is very large and its velocity approaches to 0. Z1 is 0 because it is our benchmark, okay, so we are only left with Z2. So Z2 is equals to the height that I want to know, okay. So Z2 comes out to be H, and this is equals to the HL total. So HL total. Do go back and see that tank 1 is at a positive elevation, okay, and tank 2 Z2 is at a negative location, okay. So we can assume that Z2 is basically minus H, okay. This is a negative height. So we go back, okay. Here we will say that so Z2, which is equals to minus H, okay, and we are going to put this in equation of our Bernoulli. So 0 is equals to minus H plus HL total. This implies that height loss is equals to H, okay. Sorry, so H is equals to HL total. So H comes out to be 51.58 meters. So this is our answer. We can also write it negative to show that it is below. So it's up to us whether we use negative initially or we use negative at the later of the numerical. So this is your answer.